Welcome to the Hindu editorial analysis on December 30th, 2021. I am going to discuss the editorial titled Far From Over. The subject matter of discussion is the early morning airstrikes by Israel on Syria's Latakia port. The Syria is backed by Russia and Iran. Russia believes the Assad regime must survive to protect its own troops in Syria and assets deployed in Syria. Iran supplies troops and arms and ammunition to Syria. Russia operates a naval base in the port of Tartus in Syria. Iran has container yards full of arms and ammunition in Latakia port in Syria. It is on this Iran's container yard that Israel has carried out the airstrike. Israel routinely carries out airstrikes in Syria. Prime targets are Iran backed forces and Hezbollah fighters. In December itself, it was the second attack on Latakia port. In 2021 alone, Israel targeted Syria for nearly 30 times, killing 130 people. However, it is an improvement from 2020, when nearly 50 targets in Syria were attacked. This is a shadow war between Israel and Iran in the territory of Syria. The sabotage campaign of this sort is aimed at Iran's nuclear program. It is a very sad truth to witness that Syria is used as a pawn in the game between Israel and Iran. The violation of Syrian sovereignty is pathetic. The conflict in Syria, which started with a civil war in 2011, still rages on. This is why the Syrian crisis looks multifaceted. Damascus is helpless in this situation. Israel's prime motive is to see Iran does not go ahead with its nuclear program. In the Iran-US nuclear deal, talks has just ended in Vienna. The 2015 pact between Iran and US, also known as the Joint Comprehensive Plan of Action or JCPOA, stipulated that Iran would limit the nuclear program and open it up to inspections, and the US and other countries would ease sanctions. The US stopped the deal in 2018 under the then US President Donald Trump. Since then, Iran has ramped up its nuclear program again. The revival of the Iran US nuclear deal, which had been stalled by President Trump, would ease tensions in West Asia. The conflicts between Israel and Iran could be averted. Syria would regain its sovereignty. Syria is interestingly celebrating 10th anniversary of its civil war in 2021. With the mounting of Israeli strikes in Syria, the country is in deep danger out of which an escape is seemingly impossible. Thank you.